What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to tell you guys a little story of how I got scammed. Now, back in the day, I used to work at a car wash. If you haven't seen that video, I'll pop a card up, or maybe I won't, I don't know. I was really broke back then, you know. I was like just struggling just to get by. Minimum wage back then was $6.15, so I was making $6.15. I wasn't really making any type of money, and I was always looking for ways to like make more money. And I used to hang out with like friends around the hood. I found this ad online, you know, saying like make a lot of money like fast, and you know, all that like pyramid scheme stuff. But this was back in like the early 2000s, so I wasn't too hip on the scams back then. You know, those things were just starting to come out back then. I found this and I told my friend about it. I was like, man, I need to make some money, so let's do this. Let's go try this out. So we go. It's in like this building, this warehouse building, you know. These two black dudes, you know. I think they were like brothers or friends. I can't really remember. I think they're brothers or friends. They were like younger. They were like in their, I say 25, you know, maybe 28, and they're real cool dudes. Like these guys, like they had us, we go to the ad, there's like 15 to 20 people there, you know, all there for the same job, you know, make money selling. The ad was like make money selling perfumes. Basically you're selling perfumes and colognes. We go there. My friend, he's broke too. He's struggling just like me. This is an old friend. I don't talk to him anymore. We fell out. He's broke just like me, you know, so we both like, yeah, let's do this, you know. So we go there. It's like this like warehouse place, but they're like renting it out. It's like, you know, a whole, like one of them places with like a business with a whole bunch of businesses in it. You have like the chiropractor over there. Across the hall you have like an office building. It's like one of those, you know, like a whole bunch of businesses in one building. So we're in this like room area, you know, 15-20 people, and they're standing in front of us giving us this speech. And mind you, these guys are like excellent talkers. Like they're like super like good at talking and motivating you into thinking like this is legit. Like, man, they're like, you can make this amount of money, you can make as much money as you want. We sell these bottles, we're selling, it's like basically selling drugs, but you're selling cologne, you know. Basically that's what you're doing. Yeah, we go to a couple groups, and at these groups they talk to you and have you like every day they like motivate you and give you like a speech and stuff, and get you like super amped up to make money and stuff. So we go around town to like different malls. We don't get paid any, it's all off of commission. We don't get paid. Like, so they got all these knockoff cologne bottles, you know, knockoff cologne bottles and perfume bottles. Like a whole bunch of them. I don't know where they get these things from, but yeah, they're all knockoffs. So we split up into groups, you know, and go around town. You know, we load up into each other's cars. And this should have been a red flag off the top. They were like, we don't have none of them had company cars. Like us, the only people that could like drive to these locations is the people with cars. I had a car, it was a little junker car, but I had a car. So anybody who showed up without a car, they had to ride with somebody that showed up who had a car, you know? That we break up into these little groups, and the people that own the business, they didn't have cars. One of the guy's excuses why he didn't have a car is because he got into like a crazy car accident and he just doesn't mess with cars anymore. He almost lost his life. It sounded believable. I don't know if it was BS, but you know, me being young and dumb, I was just ready to make money, you know. I was just trying to get out of that broke stuff, you know. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, yeah, it's legit. That was a red flag right there. We all had to use our own cars, and they said the company would reimburse us for gas, which their company was like, if you sell amount of they call them bottles, you sold like perfume and stuff, then that you got to give a percentage back to them, and then they they reimburse you somehow. It made no freaking sense. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, so we started going around to malls and different little shopping centers and trying to sell things. Now the dude I went with, the bald, I think he was like African or something. I forgot his name. The other dude had like braids. Smoothest talker I ever heard. Like the greatest, like one of the like dopest salesperson I met, you know, like he could talk a blind person into buying glasses. Like no cap. Like this dude was cold with selling, you know. I went with him and me, my homeboy, and like 2 other people. We started going to these malls around town, and we weren't able to sell nothing. We didn't know nothing about sales, so we couldn't sell nothing. But he was selling bottles at gas stations. He used to call gas stations cash stations. We pull up to a gas station. We had a whole trunk full of the product. You load your trunk up with this stuff. Pop the trunk like it's drugs and stuff, you know. Go up to the gas station, talk to people. Like, he would sell these bottles like crazy. So let me fast forward. We do this for a couple weeks, and then they say we got this big out-of-town trip coming up. We weren't making any, me and my friend hadn't made any money at this point, you know. We made like change. These guys, they know how to talk, you know. They talk super good, you know, like experienced salespeople. So they motivate us, like, we got this trip coming out, it's out of town, we're gonna go to North Dakota, we're gonna make so much money, you know, all this. Company's gonna reimburse you for gas. We're like, me and my friend like, man, let's do it. We never been out of town. We stay in Minnesota, you know. That's my hometown. We stay in Minnesota. So we're like, yeah, let's go do it. Let's do it. We load up with the African dude. Load up a whole bunch of bottles. It's me, him, my friend, a girl. Before we go, I have to get gas. I don't really have gas, you know. I'm working at this car wash still. I go there on my days off and stuff. So we stop at the gas station. He's like, just put 40 in the tank. I'll hit you back. The company will reimburse you later. I'm like, what? Like, I thought you were gonna pay us. I thought you were gonna pay the gas money, you know, to get there. He's like, we got you. Like, as soon as we sell some bottles, I'll give you the gas money. And yeah, so I'm like, whatever. I put the gas in. We start driving. We drive to we start driving to North Dakota. We get to like far out to this mall, like in another state. I forgot what state we were in, you know. He's like, we gotta go make some money. So we walk through this mall, right? And we pop the trunk and he's walking around the parking lot, you know. He's walking around the parking lot, just selling bottles and stuff. And then he's like, go in the mall and try to sell some bottles. So me and my friend, we're hood dudes, you know. We walk in there try to sell some bottles of cologne to people in the mall, you know. And they end up calling security and get us kicked out, you know. So we gotta leave. This dude out in the parking lot sells like 10 bottles, you know. This dude is like the greatest talker, salesperson I have ever seen, and they're all like knockoff bottles. So I don't see how he's selling these things, but he's like, man, Beyonce wears this. He's just telling them, like, I watched this dude. I'm like, damn, this dude is cold with it, you know. He was like, I can teach you guys to do this. So yeah, we get kicked out the mall. We start driving again. We need a hotel. We were out for 3 days, but I'm trying to make this story like condensed, you know. So we need to get a hotel. He doesn't have money for the hotel. I don't have money for the hotel. My friend doesn't have money for the hotel. The girl barely sold any bottles, so she don't have no money for the hotel. So he's like, hold up, I'm about to go get us a room. Walks in there and finesses a way to get us a room. Like, with his, I don't know what he did. Did he go in there and do something a little extra? We just wait in the car. He's like, I got us a room. We're good for the night. We stayed in this nice hotel, you know. It wasn't like super fancy, but it was nice. So we leave, right? And we're driving we drove like all over North Dakota. We stop at this Walmart. He's like, we're gonna go try to make some money in this parking lot. We stop in this Walmart. He parks the trunk. Mind you, my friend, he has warrants. We stop in this parking lot. He pops the trunk, starts grabbing stuff, walking around the parking lot. You know, Walmart parking lots are always like cute, packed and stuff. So he's walking around selling stuff. All of a sudden, like 6 cop cars pull up around our car and stuff, you know. Pull us all out the car and stuff, like, what's going on? They're questioning us. They're like, we got complaints that people are pulling stuff out of their trunk and selling it, and they must have thought we were selling drugs or something. And they're questioning us. And my friend, you know, he's got a warrant, so he's giving them a fake name, and I'm trying to go with it, you know. I'm like, yeah, his name is blah blah blah, you know. And they're not believing it, so they end up taking my friend in North Dakota, you know, to jail. The girl that was with us, she ends up getting picked up like by a friend and leaves. The other girl, I forgot what happened, you know. This was a long time ago. This had to be about 11 years ago. We end up driving back. My friend has to stay in North Dakota. They got him there because he had a warrant in Minnesota. He has to stay in North Dakota for like 10 days and wait for Minnesota to come pick him up. I have to drive back. This dude gives me gas money to get back, but I barely made any money. Like I said, I made like $100 that whole trip, the 3-day trip. You know, I was pissed. You know, I'm pissed off. My friend got locked up. After that, we just quit. We were just like, man, bump this. We're not going back. And yeah, that's pretty much the long story short of how I fell into a pyramid scheme. I know a lot of you are probably like, man, this is dumb as hell. Like, why? I was just desperate for money back then. Me and my friend, we were broke, you know, two broke young dudes. I was like probably like 19 at the time. He was like 19, you know, 18. So we were just trying to get some dough, you know, and ended up being a disaster, you know. But that guy that was with us, I can't even knock him. His like talking skills were crazy. Like, he could like talk you out of anything. Like, he was a cold salesman. If I can learn those type of skills, man. He was like, have you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street? He was pretty much like that dude, that Jordan Belfort dude, man. He was crazy with the mouth skills, you know. But yeah, that's just a quick story. I want to tell a story. Appreciate you guys for watching. I got another crazy life story that I'm going to tell with y'all. So make sure y'all, if you're new here, subscribe, like the video if you like this little story, and I'm gonna share that story tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow for my next crazy life story, you know. See you guys in the next video. Peace.